The DOJ is supposed to represent the interest of the American people, and we've only scratched the surface of this tranche of documents. The New York Times, in one of their podcasts, said,
look, if we had 50 reporters reading 500 documents a day, and it would take us 4 months to get through all the documents.
Wow.
And that's not even doing actual analysis, but really just assessing what is available to the public.
It is a calculated move to try and pin this entire syndicate on one man that is no longer living, Jeffrey Epstein, and his accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, who is in prison. It's this idea that because these two monsters are now, one is locked away and one has died, that the entire apparatus has been brought down. It hasn't. This is a syndicate that was global, run by the most powerful people around the world. It did not just disappear. The reality is, we know that somebody picked up the mantle, because you just don't walk away from a multi-billion-dollar industry, right?
What stands out in the latest files, the emails pinging back and forth between Jeffrey Epstein and his alleged accomplices, are the coded, sordid references to sex, girls, and even suggestions of torture. Also emerging is more evidence on the details and the scale of Epstein's network. It was a cross-party, cross-border, intercontinental power circle involving politicians, billionaires, tech tycoons, royals, celebrities, academics, and journalists. And that network, even after Epstein became a convicted sex offender in 2008, just kept on growing. The files expose a world where prestige is everything, where information is currency that can be leveraged into profits, traded for influence. A network that for a time included Donald Trump, who Epstein once called his best friend, and whose name reportedly comes up in the files hundreds of thousands of times.
The biggest takeaway is that we were lied to by the Trump administration. Kash Patel, Donald Trump's hand-picked leader of the FBI, a former conspiracy theorist himself, who spent many years in opposition talking about the Epstein files.
Put on your big boy pants and let us know who the pedophiles are.
As soon as he becomes head of the FBI, he says, no, there's nothing there, we've looked. And there was no trafficking, it was just Epstein. There's no evidence that he sent underage girls to anyone else. Well, that's not true.
What we've not seen are the videos. When the FBI raided Epstein's mansion in New York, he had a safe the size of a closet, and we know that there were many, many recordings. That's not come to light. The mantra of everybody outed in the Epstein files is that they were ignorant of what Epstein was doing. Yet we know from the email exchanges that they were very well aware. I mean, the nickname for his jet was the Lolita Express. I mean, you don't even have to have read Nabokov to figure out what that's about.
Donald Trump's prominence in the files has got everyone's attention, but Americans are still waiting for a politician there, any politician, to take the fall. Contrast that to Europe, where major players in the UK and France have resigned over their links to Epstein. Heads have also rolled in Norway and Slovakia. Up until now, Watergate, back in the 1970s, was the most infamous political scandal in U.S. history, after Republican operatives broke into a Democratic Party office to bug phones and photograph documents. President Richard Nixon tried to cover up that crime. He was found out, then forced to resign.
I accept it.
In the half-century since, America has changed, and accountability appears to have become a thing of the past.
50 years ago, Republicans were able to stand up to a Republican president. They are no longer able to do that. Republicans were able to go to the White House and say, President Nixon, you've clearly committed crimes, you've clearly done things which are unacceptable to the American public, you gotta go. And he did go.